Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. It's time to make something happen. Visit MakeSomethingHappen.TV to be a guest on our show. Our showcase today is an entrepreneur and filmmaker. His name is STEPHON J Davis. He's the CEO of Serlo Media. Power of branding. Logo, slogan, colors, website, customer service, product experience, company values, and you. Make a touchdown with your branding today with Altogether Marketing. Visit altogether.biz. STEPHON, just thanks for being here today. So go ahead and take it away. It's your show.
It's a pleasure. Thanks for having me. Super excited about some of the projects I've been working on in the past. And I got a chance to get on the show one time a while back, and I'm really grateful for that. So I'm back again. And I have a new project now once again. So I have a documentary that I've been working really hard to put together. And now this one's going to be at Atlas Theaters in Euclid, September 29th.
Okay, then tell us about the title, little plot a little bit. We don't want to give away the whole thing. We want you to go and see it.
Yeah, it won't be no spoiler alerts at all. No, but Tell It Two Mothers. It's a documentary. It's about two moms. They were really from two different backgrounds, two different worlds, so to speak. One was more in a rural area, other one a more suburban, urban area. But they both had experienced the same grief, which was losing their sons to suicide around the same age as that 13, 14-year-old age. And really the movie is prevention, of course. It's talking about some spirituality things, some holistic healing. What do you really do to bounce back from something that traumatic and that devastating and tragic? So there's a lot of things involved in there. We have some great experts that speak as well about ways that we can prevent the situation, risk factors, protective factors, just what to watch out for. All those things are all in there. It came out really, really well, and I'm really proud of the process.
So it's centered around the tragic death, suicide. That is just, it seems like it's running rampant, excuse me, in our society right now. So I don't know if it's the fact that we have more access, to news and what's going on, or actually, is more. But either way, that is something hard to deal with. So how, or what inspired you actually to, to make that?
Well, like you said, one of it is the prevalence nowadays, and actually, unfortunately, you're getting younger and younger as well. So lately, there's been statistics saying that like around 10 to 14 is becoming like the newest, highest age of attempted suicide. So it was always around that 15 range, but now it's getting younger and younger. As I said, these two were about 13, 14 years old. So it was that. My own brother, I lost my brother to suicide.
Sorry
so those two, thank you. So both of those things really, I knew it was an important message to get out. I knew it was something that was really needed in communities, and I just was like, well, it's time to do it, right? So I lost my brother a few years back now, but so it was always in my mind. Like I knew that I wanted to put something out, but I just didn't know how to do it. When the timing just wasn't there yet for some reason. But then God made that way for me, and so I went ahead, got together, and made it happen, as you said.
Yes, STEPHON Davis, making something happen for sure. And your company, Serlo Media, who's actually the executive producer, that's your business that you own, producing your films out of. And so tell us a little bit about Serlo Media.
So Serlo Media has been around for quite a while now, and before it was mostly focusing on productions for clients. So a lot of commercial work, PSAs, marketing videos. And so we still do that, but the shift in the focus is geared more towards the films, the narratives, and the documentary films that we're producing. And so actually, I'm right now in the process of converting it from the LLC to a nonprofit organization, so that they can really just primarily focus just on those documentaries and those narrative films.
That's exciting. I like documentaries. I like that. Even though I'm a sci-fi fan or whatever freak, well, that genre. There's nothing like documentaries. They really touch us, touch our hearts and our souls. Some of us we can relate to, some we can't, but just the fact that it was a real story.
Absolutely.
I think that's really what
and I actually got shied away from that first. Actually I was more focused on narrative films, like the story, like say the sci-fis, the action thrillers. And so I still enjoy making those kind of films, but the documentary, this is my third documentary I think that I made. And so I was always kind of hesitant, like, I like them, but I love working with actors though and blocking and all that kind of stuff. So like, do I want to do a documentary? But the fact that these are so powerful and so informative, so educational, you know, you can educate through a narrative film, but it's only so much with it because it's all nonfiction and things.
Right,
You just can't quite see the realness of it the same way you can when a real person sitting on that camera telling you, like, I lost my son, you know, this happened to me, this is real. You know?
Right, exactly. So I know you're educated in the area of film and digital media. So do you or did you actually hire people to help you, even though you have those skills yourself, director, producer, the post work, you know, the editing? So give us a little background.
I did most of the work. I did hire a young girl to help me out who graduated from school, so I've known her for a while. I think she interned on some other projects with me before.
Okay.
So she helped out on some of the process. But I did most of it myself, actually, and so that was new for me. The last few films I worked on had a full crew, all involved. And that's one thing too about documentaries that's a little different, that you can kind of like almost one man. I still don't suggest it. I think you need a crew.
A lot of work.
Yeah, it's still a lot of work, but
Yeah.
it's not the same as a narrative. Like I would say you must have lots of crew on a narrative film, generally speaking, to make it successful. With documentary, you can have a little smaller crew and still make it a great project. So I did scale down on, you know, really hiring too many people to help out, and just did most of the work myself. So I knew I could really pace it out properly, you know, scheduling interviews and things. Sometimes it's kind of just like, you got to be able to go to it and then take care of it. And to where a narrative film, you can actually schedule out the shoot. Like, okay, this is our shooting schedule. We're going to shoot this day.
Okay, and then we all have to fit in.
Yeah, but if you're interviewing somebody, maybe they're available, maybe not. You know, you get a phone call like, yeah, I'm free. Can you meet me here? You know, okay, let's do it.
Yeah, let me grab the gear.
There you go. Yeah, so it's like it's more that kind of style for me. But it worked out though.
Well, I'm glad for you. You know, happy about it. That you have this opportunity. I know you've done some other films you mentioned. So will tell us, you know, where can we, you know, plug in and see some of your work. If you've been in some of the film festivals, any awards, anything, just, you know, tell us what's your background here.
So the Greater Cleveland Urban Film Festival, I've had a few films through that screening. A few other festivals around. The movie called The Sit-In, we won an award out in LA for that one.
Okay.
That was dealing with bullying, but it was a narrative type of film. Some of the other projects worked on. Most of the stuff is actually on Amazon right now.
All right, so we can search it by your name, STEPHON Davis, or Serlo Media, we'll be able to find it there.
Yeah, Serlo Media, STEPHON J Davis. Got to put that little J in the middle. Sometimes
right.
stuff don't show up. Otherwise.
Gotta get it proper. Yeah.
And then
STEPHON J Davis.
Yeah, and there's trailers and things on YouTube and Vimeo that can link you to the actual Amazon site to purchase or rent the film and things. So,
definitely. Yeah. Okay, so we definitely want to do that. Follow you and how can we follow you on social media?
I'm all over social media. So
it's under your name, STEPHON J Davis.
Is STEPHON J Davis. Twitter is, LinkedIn is, but Instagram is called Shoot At You Actors.
All right, shoot at you. Oh wow. So is there any new projects on the horizon that you're thinking about? I don't know even if it's just a title, if you have the scripts ready or.
I have a few ideas that I've been playing around with. So I'm leaning towards PTSD, so covering that topic of PTSD with trauma and things, whether it was I'm a veteran in military experience, or you know, someone that was sexually assaulted, or just all kinds of trauma. We might even just experience this in general life and things, like people getting bullied, growing up in the inner city, lots of crime and things, witnessing. Someone had told me how they know someone that was standing right by their friend and they got shot right next to him.
Wow.
And then that next day and things, and throughout their life they start having these nightmares and flashbacks and things and stuff, and so just can't really sleep. So people they don't realize that trauma can just really be happening to people in general, like just our everyday lives. Like you don't have to necessarily go to a war and fight in the military to experience trauma. It could just be because you live in a really rough area where you're seeing all kinds of crime and bad things happening to people. Yeah,
and that's something that we really need to know more about.
Absolutely.
Understands even how we even relate to each other. We know someone who has gone through it, not just ourselves, and this thing about, well, just snap out of it or this, or get a pill and fix it. That's not a reality.
No, not at all. Yeah. So PTSD, it gets people don't see the relevancy. They don't think it's that real, that big of a deal. But people, it's hard to work and things. It's hard for people to function sometimes when they have that post-traumatic stress disorder. So I'd like to cover that, and I think it really ties into the last film with suicide. Because when you talk about mental health, that's a big part of it, a big component. So bipolar disorder and just all these little things that can affect people.
Yeah. Well, I commend you for delving into those, those areas, to make films, to write about and really just educate the public about that. That is so important. And just thank you you know, for even, you know, taking up that genre, that torch, you know, going on, you know, and carrying that. Yeah, I really appreciate that.
That's it. Yeah, I mean, I really, it's been my mission. It feels like, you know, really just stepped into that, you know, the idea of creating these kind of films, like educational films. You know, it's fun to create action thrillers and stuff too.
Yeah.
But it's just something about, you know, my nature, who I am, and things that made me gravitate towards being able to tell these kind of stories and things, to be able to bring that awareness and that education and information, and then of course inspiration as well. So.
And you're also, you know, partnering up with one of my friends. You know, actually, I think I met him from you. You know, Jay Rome. So he likes to be called. He's a producer with me and the director. He keeps me under, you know, under wraps. But the two of you do a film review or a screening show you have going on YouTube. That's exciting.
Indie film screenings, yeah.
Indie film screenings, yeah.
So you definitely want to check those out. We got a lot of shows online right now on YouTube. And indie film screenings is a lot of fun. So people submit films all over the world, actually, surprisingly. Like, I mean, we get films from other countries.
Wow.
And so when they submit them to us, we look at them and we just review them and talk about them. You know, what we liked about them, what we didn't like about them. Mostly what we like about them, of course.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we say too many bad things, people are going to stop submitting films. And they're really good anyway. I mean, we don't really, if somebody said something that was like really terrible, we probably wouldn't even screen it. Honestly, we probably wouldn't even, because we don't want to say some negative things about somebody's film and discourage them too much.
Exactly.
But we do want to provide critique and criticism so that person can improve and get better, which we all need to do. Right?
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, definitely. We always, we should be anyway, lifelong learners.
Absolutely.
Lifelong learners.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
so we have a lot of fun doing that. Jerome, he's hilarious.
Yeah, he's a hoot.
So,
too bad he couldn't be with us today.
Great. Next time, you better come back and do it again and have him come on the show.
Exactly. Yeah, for sure. Maybe the three of us could do something together, work on a project.
Absolutely.
That'd be great.
And speaking of too, I want to mention that he actually has been a big part of a lot of my projects in the past.
Okay.
So we didn't get a chance to connect in this documentary, but some of the films I've done throughout the years, he's been a big part of them.
Okay.
Production manager, just helped me, like you say, keep it going, keep me in the right track, take care of those tasks and those day-to-day things that are important that you can overlook sometimes.
That's true, yeah, because we're in the deep of it, in the grind, you know, just trying to do the art part, you know, we can forget about, or we know we have to do it, but that gets pushed by the wayside.
Yeah, trying to be creative and analytical and logistics, and then
that's a battle up here.
It's a lot going on there for one person to try to manage.
So, if you're looking for anybody else or to work on a project, any interns or actors, where can they should they get in contact with you?
They can go to the website, serlomedia.com.
Okay.
Send me something through there, or email me, STEPHON J DAVIS @gmail.com.
Okay.
Or Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Send me a DM or something through there.
Yeah.
We'll get together, because I also teach a little bit part-time at Ohio Media School.
Excellent.
So we have, thank you. So we have a lot of interns that I work with through the school on projects and stuff.
So let's wrap it up one more time about the new film that's coming out, the documentary, the name, and the screening. Where can we
Absolutely. All right. So it's A Tale of Two Mothers is a website, ataleoftwomothers.com. It's going to be screening September 29th at Atlas Theaters, Lakeshore, 7 p.m. You can go to the website, Atlas Theaters, go to the Lakeshore link, order a ticket, or go to my website, and we hope to see you there.
All right, we'll see you there. All right, thanks, Stephon. It's nice to see you again. Looking great, and keep up the great work. And you go out and make something happen. Let's make a difference in your community. Take care.